An early 80s family trip to the Conestoga Mall changed the course of lacrosse history in Canada. Francine and Patrick Doyle took their sons Shane, Colin, and Jarrett to the mall for a sports registration fair. There was one sport that would allow the Doyle brothers to play together at a young age, and that sport was lacrosse. Colin excelled as a youth and fell in love with the game. Admiring players like the Gate brothers and locals like Chris Driscoll and John and Jeff Goodman, he developed a deep appreciation for the creators game. During a successful Junior A career with the KW Junior A Braves that saw him emerge as one of the best players in the country and earning a selection to Team Canada's Under-19 entry, the Professional National Lacrosse League came calling. Originally drafted by the Rochester Nighthawks, Doyle didn't crack the veteran-laden roster, but found a home with the expansion Ontario Raiders for their inaugural season in 1998. Colin burst upon the scene, winning the league's Rookie of the Year award and helping to build the foundation of what would become a magical run. In 1999, the Ontario Raiders left Hamilton and moved to the Big Smoke and Maple Leaf Gardens. The Toronto Rock were born. Colin was a key cog in the growth of the team both on and off the floor. In the first 7 years of the Rock franchise, the Rock landed in the NLL Championship game 6 times and won 5 titles. It's a run that will likely never be duplicated by another team. Doyle captured the championship game MVP on 3 occasions and was named the league's MVP in 2005. Off the floor, with games being televised nationally, Colin Doyle was becoming a household name. If you knew anything about lacrosse, you knew who Colin Doyle was. He truly is this country's most famous lacrosse player to this day. Doyle enjoyed a brief departure from the Rock from 2007 to 2009. He was traded to the San Jose Stealth and even wrote a book about his experience in California playing professional lacrosse. Prior to the 2010 season, the Rock, under new ownership, reacquired the face of the franchise and swiftly placed the C on his chest as the captain and leader of the team. After missing the playoffs twice in Doyle's absence, the captain helped lead a group of grizzled veterans and fresh-faced superstars back to the NLL championship game in his first season back. Falling just short of the ultimate goal, the team used their championship game disappointment to fuel the fire that put Toronto back on top of the lacrosse world 1 year later, guiding them to their league record 6th NLL championship. Doyle continued as team captain until his retirement from pro lacrosse following the 2016 season. The Toronto Rock have retired Colin's number 7 and have also inducted him into the team's Hall of Fame. The NLL Hall of Fame will no doubt be calling very soon as 2021 represents his first year of eligibility for selection. His professional lacrosse career also extended outdoors. Doyle won championships with both the Rochester Rattlers and Toronto Nationals of Major League Lacrosse. As a member of Team Canada in 2006 at the World Field Lacrosse Championships, he helped Canada end the Americans' 24-year reign as champions. Making the win even sweeter was the fact that the Canadians beat the Americans in London, Ontario in front of the home fans. On the international stage, his winning also continued indoors. As a member of Team Canada, winning the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship in 2003, 2007, and 2011. In the summers between NLL seasons, Doyle competed in the Canadian Lacrosse Association and won 7 Mann Cup Canadian Senior A Lacrosse Championships. He won those titles with multiple teams from multiple provinces. Doyle hoisted the cup with Coquitlam, Brampton, and Six Nations. Today, Doyle is still involved in the game, teaching the next generation of superstars at the Toronto Rock Athletic Centre, better known as the Track. Serving as the Director of Track Athletics, Doyle gives back to the roots of the game daily. Colin Doyle, global lacrosse legend that had it all begin in Waterloo region.
Thanks everybody for having me, albeit virtually. Obviously these times have changed things. I'd love to have done this in person, but the honor remains the same. I want to thank the Waterloo Region Sports Hall of Fame for including me in this tremendous honor. Thank you so much. When talking about a Sports Hall of Fame, especially a local one, I think you have to start and you have to I had to force myself to go way back and think of some of the memories and how things started for me. It seems so long ago, but it's important to remember that. And this induction has certainly triggered some of those memories. So like any other athlete, thanks to my parents for getting me involved in youth sport when I was young. I have so many fond memories of that, and so much of who I became I owe to those many great memories and learning experiences playing youth sports. So thank you to my mom and dad, Francine and Pat Doyle. I'm forever in debt to you for that. Thank you. My brothers, Shane and Jarrett, for pushing me and being so supportive along the way. Everybody who's in a family knows how important those competitive ball hockey games or wall lacrosse games are. So thank you to both of them. Looking beyond that, I think it's important to remember how important minor lacrosse was to me. And it seems, again, like forever ago, but to the many great volunteers and coaches that put their time and effort in passing along a tremendous passion to me. Coaches like Tony Yerkin and Brian Spruill and Rob Howie, Ian McGough, Carl Becker, Troy Ferguson, Dan Fotopoulos, John McRae, Laurie Holman, and many more that I'm sure I've forgotten, and my apologies. But having great role models bestow that passion to me is the greatest trait that was ever given to me, I believe. And we all know that volunteers at the youth sport level, they don't get paid anything for anything they do. They do it because they love it and they want to see kids flourish. And I was one of those lucky kids. So again, thank you to the many volunteers. It's funny, I look back and I try to remember some of the memories, and again, it was so long ago, but the things that I can still remember are, you know, the many wins and losses. Number one being the Pee Wee Gold A Championships in 1988 at Lions Arena. That memory will forever be with me. I was lucky enough to score the winning goal, but I could probably list to you every player that played on that team, and the lunches at Mother's Pizzas when the coaches would be kind of holding court and telling stories. Those things live forever with me, and I think many of my memories revolve around that, or camping at the Elora Gorge with your great teammates. So many of my friends that I still hold true to this day are from those lacrosse teams. Craig Fotopoulos and Jeff George and Phil Weatherup and Jeff Barber. Many players that are my best friends to this date were members of those lacrosse teams. So those memories are something I'll cherish forever. It's a tremendous honor for me to be included in a Sports Hall of Fame. I believe that the idea of a legacy being somewhere forever, it means a lot to me. And again, I'm so grateful and so thankful for this opportunity. I'm proud of where I came from, and I'm certainly happy that lacrosse and my name will be enshrined somewhere forever. So thank you again. Again, wish I could be there in person, but enjoy the evening, and congratulations to all the other members being inducted tonight.